excited. Turn up. Turn up.
Sorry about that. What up, everybody? It's your man, Where You Hiding? I'm sorry. Excuse me. You're Where You Hiding. I'm EC1. Hey, we already starting off the wrong foot. My name is EC1. This is Where You Hiding. Welcome to the Hiding with the Champ podcast. And yeah. Hey, how y'all feeling? And hey, let's talk about this situation. Let's get into the comments first, and we'll jump our way in. What's up? Where You Hiding? How you feeling today, man?
What's going on, everybody? Where you hiding? Where you hiding? Where you hiding? This is my man EC1, and this is me. Where you hiding? But first, before we get to the Jonathan Gannon news, we need to talk about a wide receiver that we signed today. His name is Freddie Swain, and I kind of feel like that this dude is going to be a camp body. You know, somebody that's going to try out for the third game, be there for the third game. He's going to really be some trade bait. But I'm gonna let EC1 take this over here. What's on your mind, EC1?
Hey, I'm just happy that you're back. It's been a while since we really did a Hiding with the Champ podcast. We did on your channel last time, but it's football season. You know, we are one more. I think this is the last preseason game before the real season start, and I'm excited. I'm excited for this football team. I'm excited for this young talent, and I think this team is going to really go out there and they're going to do their thing. I have us going 15-2 this year. I have us getting back to a Super Bowl, and it starts with one at a time. It starts with New England.
Yeah, definitely, man.
You know what I'm saying? So let's jump into it. Let's jump into the news real quick. Big D said that we're not getting Jonathan Taylor. We're going to talk about it because when I look at this situation, it just really starts to make me think, do they believe in Penny? Do they really believe in Rashad Penny? Do they really believe that this guy is that guy that's going to help Swift out? Because why would they be interested? Let's talk about it, right? We already know Nick Sirianni loves Jonathan Taylor. When they drafted him, he was super excited. You didn't watch the draft video. This guy really loved Jonathan Taylor coming out. He was very ecstatic with him, right? He was sitting there saying, let's go. He was pumped up and everything like that. You know, and it's just amazing because this report comes out after yesterday. You saw Jonathan Taylor standing on the sidelines looking at the Eagles as they were practicing. All right, he traveled with the football team. Okay, usually if you wanted to be traded, you don't travel with the team. Usually, you sit back home and you just wait for a team to trade you. He traveled with the football team, so. There's two things that I'm taking away. And shout out to Joey Shakes. He made the video too, and I agree with it. Is he doing this because he wants to look good? Or is he doing it because there's a lot of interest that we don't know about? Maybe the Eagles do think that Jonathan Taylor is that guy that can take him over the hump. I believe our running backs are set. I wouldn't go after a guy like Jonathan Taylor. I don't think that's our biggest need. But if you can get him, I'm not going to complain one bit. Because that to me tells me that this running back core got a way better than what it was before. You add JT with Swift, Gainwell, Scott. I mean, how can you not be mad at that? I wouldn't be mad at that at all. Now, here's the problem. Jonathan Taylor wants a new deal.
Yeah.
Are you going to pay him next year? Because if you trade for Jonathan Taylor, you got to pay him. There's no way you trade for a running back and give up assets and say, okay, we're not going to pay you. No, I think the Eagles will have to pay him then. But again, you got Devontae Smith coming out next year. You got Landon Dixon coming up next year. So you got to pay them guys. You know what I'm saying? But we have enough cap space. I think we can pay them all. But it's just amazing that this report comes out. And I want to get into this report because I don't know how real it is. I don't know how real it is. I don't know if it's a reliable source. But when I looked at it, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say that I absolutely agree with what you're saying, but I also agree with what Big D is saying in the comments. He's like, well, this guy wants a ring, and I think that he's absolutely in awe with what he's seeing from the Eagles, in the joint practices, because there's a reason why he traveled with the Colts, because he wants to see a Super Bowl contender. He wants to be with that Super Bowl contender. And I think, agreeing with you on here in this sense that we don't necessarily need another running back, but he would be a cherry on top for this running back room. I wouldn't mind adding him, but what's it going to cost?
Yeah. I mean, they like I say, I heard a report yesterday that the Colts want a lot for him. They want a couple first round picks. And here we go. So they want a couple first round picks. I heard they wanted a low for him. So, we know Howard Rose was not going to give up a first round pick for no running back. Let's start out by saying that. That's not happening. Okay. Yeah. If Howard Rose was going to do it, I can see a trade where we trade Penny to the Colts. Everybody talking about we're going to trade Gainwell. We're not trading Kenny Gainwell to the Colts. That's not happening. Okay.
He's too much
we're
of
not
a
trading Swift to the Colts. Okay. I see a lot of people talk about we're going to trade Swift to the Colts. If we get Jonathan Taylor, we're probably going to pair them up with those two, right?
Yes.
Because there's no point in trading for Jonathan Taylor if you're not going to. If you're going to trade Swift, then why did you trade for him in the first place?
Here's another question for you, though. Here's a question for you, though. If we do get Jonathan Taylor and we don't have to give up much, will we see more of a what is it called? Split back formations or whatever, two back formations. That's what I meant to say.
Yeah, I mean,
like pro eye and strong eye stuff, where Jalen Hurts is under center.
Well, I mean, not only that, let's look at the good if you get Jonathan Taylor. If you get the good, let's look at the good and let's look at the bad. Let's look at the good first. If you get a Jonathan Taylor, your running game probably gets a lot better, right? Could we all agree that the Jonathan Taylor makes your running back a lot better?
Not a lot better, but a little bit better. He's very talented, but we already have a talented running back room.
So would you say that Jonathan Taylor adds to this running back core? Would you say that he makes them a lot better than they were before?
I absolutely think he does, but to say that he's going to make the running back room a lot better, I disagree with that. But he will add some more depth. And, he's been used to this starting role. And this kind of brings me up to my next question. Do you think he'll take the place of Swift as far as the starting role?
I mean, yeah, if you trade for JT, you should start a running back day one. I think Swift going to be your number two. Now, I think Gainwell will be your number three. And I think Scott will be your fourth. I believe that they don't believe in Penny. That's what I'm taking out of it. If they trade for JT, Penny is gone. Either he gets traded or he gets cut. You know what I'm saying? Because to me, it's like if we already have 5 running backs in the room, why would you trade for a 6th one? So someone's out the door. So whether it's Penny that they don't believe in, whether it's maybe, I think it's Penny.
Now, here's a name that we're kind of forgetting here and throwing under the rug. We're forgetting about Trey.
Oh, he's going anyway. He's not going to make the 50-man roster. If you get Jonathan Taylor, he's out of here.
Yeah.
I mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
No, you're good. I was, kind of correcting myself. I was like, what's the
Yeah,
dude's last name? Trey Sermon. So,
Trey Sermon. Yeah. hmm Yeah, I mean, listen, like, and don't get me wrong, man. If we get Jonathan Taylor, I'll be happy. You know what I'm saying? But again, do we really need a running back? Is it worth trading? Because, like, again, I don't know if you can get him for just cheap. You know what I'm saying? He wants a new deal. He wants to be the highest paid running back. You know what I'm saying? Everybody say, "Oh, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it." Oh, we would be Super Bowl contenders. Well, I think we're Super Bowl contenders without him anyway,
I
right?
think it's kind of I think it's kind of hard to pay this dude, but here's the little known fact that is kind of in our favor right
Mhm.
now. Nobody wants to pay running backs top dollar anymore. This isn't the
That's true.
era for that.
Yeah.
So if Jonathan Taylor comes to us with, "Oh, well, I need this much," well, we'll be like, well, you sure you need this much? Because running backs around the league are kind of asking for this and are getting that. It's kind of like, well, we kind of have our hands tied and we're trying to save money for other people on this team.
Yeah, I mean, Josh Jacobs wants to get paid. He didn't get that. Saquon Barkley wanted the bag. He didn't get that. And that's what I'm saying, man. Like, I think that Jonathan Taylor is not. If he comes here, he's definitely not going to get it back here. You know, everybody
Yeah,
said, well, they're going to pay him. I don't see that because listen, they refused to pay Miles Sanders last year. They could
yeah,
afford him. They
yeah.
chose not to pay him.
And
Now
he's talented as
we.
hell, but we can do
Mhm.
without him. And we have a running back system to where we don't need just one running back.
Yeah, I mean, my thing is, the way I think this would go down is because Nick Sirianni would convince Howard Roseman to do it because Howard Roseman and Nick Sirianni has a good connection with each other and they have a good bond with each other. And Nick Sirianni had Jonathan Taylor as his running back when he was the Indianapolis offensive coordinator with Frank Wright. So to
So,
me, when you look at it, I think this is going to go down to what Nick Sirianni wants. Does Nick Sirianni believe that Penny is that guy?
so
Let me also bring this one to you.
okay.
Jonathan Taylor's done with injuries. Do they believe that Penny and Swift can stay healthy? Is that why? Or are they starting to fear that these guys can't stay healthy?
Yeah, it's pretty much everybody got their injury issues except for probably Boston Scott, who's probably going to be a third or fourth. So, if we bring Jonathan Taylor in, how many running backs are going to be in this running back room?
Well, I think you argued. I mean, we just pointed out. I think Penny's gone. I think Sermon is out of here.
So
I
maybe
think that
four.
yeah, I
So
think it
maybe
will be
four.
four. I think it will be Gainwell, Scott, Swift, and JT. JT
Okay.
would be your number one running back day one, your starter. And
Yeah,
I
if he was
think
here.
if he was here, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's just crazy because when you saw the picture of him just standing there looking at the Eagles as they practice, and then you see this report today, I, I don't know how you can sit there and say it's just rumors. I think there's more to it than we know. We've been hearing also that Gainwell has been taking the number one snaps. That
Yeah.
he's looking like the day one starter. So is that because they don't believe in Swift? I mean, I don't know what is going on. I think that there's no need to go out and get a running back when you got running backs on this roster. I think it would be pointless. But if the
Yeah.
Eagles feel like this is the guy that could take them over the hump, then go get him. Go get your
Yeah.
guy. You know what I'm saying? I can never be mad at getting better. I think getting Taylor makes your running back a lot better, your running back core a lot better. It makes your running back room a lot better. And you can argue that when he's healthy, how you stopping his you're talking about stopping his offense now. If you
Yeah.
add Taylor in this backfield, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I mean, you're possibly looking at one of the best running back groups in the NFL.
Yeah. And you
I
already
mean,
have
I'm
to
just
worry
saying.
about our wide you already have to worry about our wide receivers like, oh, well, we can't blitz because we still have to worry about the wide receivers possibly getting open. So with adding him, that sets up play action like humongously.
Yeah, and he's good. People say he's not good at catching the backfield. That guy can catch out the backfield. That's one thing about him that he can do. He is very
We
good
can
at
teach
catching
him
out the
that.
backfield.
If he doesn't know how to catch out of the backfield, which he kind of does, he can do that with the Eagles. We can teach him all of those fundamentals.
Well, I mean, we couldn't
Easy.
teach Miles Sanders to do that, fortunately.
Yeah, all you would do is fumble.
Yeah. So anyway, Eagles Playbook Podcast. What's up, man? Shout to
What's
him, by
good?
the way, man. I was on his channel yesterday. Very good Eagle content. If you don't know, definitely go subscribe to his channel. Get this man to at least 120 subscribers, man.
Yes, sir.
The guy's absolutely busting his butt off, man. And I hope he brings Where You Hide on his channel and does an episode with him. That'd be awesome. You know what I'm saying? He brings everybody
Yes.
on. He talks some Eagles.
I
Hit
I
my guy Where You
personally
Hiding.
I personally don't know him, but it looks like I'm going to subscribe to your channel based off of what Eagles Champ thinks. I will definitely give it a shot.
Yeah, he's a cool. He had Philly 500 on his channel earlier too. So yeah.
Oh snap! He's a big deal.
Yeah. We will have the best running back group. I agree. I think if you add Taylor with Swift, Gainwell, Scott, dude, I think you already have the best receiver core. By the way, did you see Devontae Smith catching those footballs yesterday?
Oh my god,
Dude is an absolute freak.
Did you see him climb the ladder on one of those?
Yeah, I saw that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my god.
That is a receiver who goes up and makes your quarterback look good. Because I ain't gonna lie to you, that you don't make in the NFL. That is a 50-50 ball.
There was also a play where AJ Brown, he caught a touchdown. But here's the real kicker here. Jalen Hurts actually fumbled that football to start the snap off. He picked it up and threw it to him.
Yeah.
So there's a lot here.
Yeah,
there's a lot of reason. There's a lot of buzz for Jonathan Taylor to come here because we attract attention. Our team has just been to a Super Bowl.
Yeah, man. When you got a franchise quarterback like Jalen Hurts who can make your team look great, and you can put anybody on the side. Listen, this is what I'm saying. Like AJ Brown, why did he want to come to Philadelphia? Because of Jalen Hurts. He saw Devontae Smith. He saw Jalen Hurts and said, "I want to be part of that."
He's trying to get a ring on that finger.
When you are a winning football organization, when you are just went to a Super Bowl, guys want to come and play for you. You know what I'm saying? Guys like Jonathan Taylor, who's never been in the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? Once have the chance to smell that. You know what I'm saying? Why not? If we can knock Kansas City out of the Super Bowl race or anybody in that Super Bowl, I'd do it. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather him go to Philadelphia than I'd rather see him in Dallas. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to see him anywhere near the MCs or anywhere in the MC conference. You know, I'd rather Jonathan Taylor come here then. You know, come on, Jonathan Taylor, let's go win a ring.
And let's not dismiss the fact that, there could be an opportunity for, Jonathan Taylor to, take a lesser deal and take lesser money. Be selfless in order to be on this team instead of selfish.
Yeah, dude, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if these are rumors because we always see rumors. But the Eagles are that serious. Let's say the Eagles are trying really, like they're saying that the Eagles are aggressive, that they're making calls saying, listen, what it would take to get Jonathan Taylor in Philadelphia. Is Nick Sirianni saying to Howie Roseman that I want this guy in Philadelphia? I know what he is. That if he comes here, he makes our running back better. Or I don't know if they believe in Penny. Because if they trade for Jonathan Taylor, what does this say about Rashard Penny? It probably says he don't make this team.
I don't know if you know about this, but the rumor is going so wide that even Philly Mike is talking about this. This dude's got like 30,000 plus subscribers. He's talking about it too. So these talks are going on.
Well, shout to my guy Philly Castro. He said to me, and let me see if I can pull this up. But he told me that he has a source of saying this can definitely happen. I want to see if I can pull this up real quick. Because I asked him, like, do you see this happening? And, Philly Castro, shout to him.
Yes.
You don't know. Very good Eagle contractor. But it's just, like, dude, like, why would the order waiting me to see this Jonathan Taylor thing working out is if they don't believe in Penny. Because Penny is a guy that I think is on the downgrade of getting cut. This is, he didn't look good. Like everybody's saying he didn't look good in preseason. I thought he looked all right. But if these are rumors are true that they don't like the running backs in the room right now. That's why I only can see that the Philadelphia Eagles can make a move. Where is it at, man?
Just type in his name. Joe Castro.
This is what I saw. I'm not looking on Castro. I ain't doing all that. But this is what they want. They want a first round pick for combination of picks that equal to a first for Jonathan Taylor. So they want a first round pick. I'm not doing that. I'm sorry. I'm not giving up on number one first round pick for a running back. I don't give a damn if your name is Deuce Stanley. You can be freaking the next LT. You can be the next
Emmitt
DT.
Smith, Barry Sanders.
I'm not giving them a first round pick because you have to pay them, man. That's the thing, man. Like,
especially now in this era where running backs aren't really supposedly important and they aren't paying them that much. So why do it?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't see Howie Roseman going all the way in for a running back. You know what I'm saying? Like,
especially considering that this dude isn't even the best running back in the NFL right now. I would see if he was the best running back, and you want a first draft pick or two, and he's not even the best, but he's very good.
He could be Steve Van Buren, yeah. Yeah. But I mean, just the fact that you add JT with this room, I mean, listen, man, the guy's a beast. I just, you got to take this report for like a grain of salt. You just can't say, oh, these are true. Yeah, I don't know if they're true. They can just be bullcrap. They could be a guy that's just trying to look for clicks. You know what I'm saying? But it's just amazing how this report comes out after the guy was just at the facility. You know what I'm saying? So, and they got into Monday to get the trade done. So we're gonna see. Yeah. We're gonna see the Eagles jump on it because they got into I think Monday to get the trade done at 3 p.m. If they don't, he's still on the Colts.
But let's also roll in the fact that Howie is known to fleece people, so we might not even have to give up a first rounder. We might just give up a measly fourth, just like what we did with the Dolphins when we gave up for Ajayi.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. The Colts are not going to do that. They're not going to get fleeced twice. You know what I'm saying? I'd be shocked if the Colts get fleeced by Howie Roseman. Listen, you got to argue that Howie Roseman has some superpowers, that he's just controlling people's minds. Because there's no way you're giving up a fourth round pick for Jonathan Taylor.
It's got to be some serious time hypnotism in order to get that fleece to happen.
Reaper, what's up, man? How you doing? But let's move on. Let's move on from Jonathan Taylor. We just talked about it. Joint practices. Jalen Carter once again pushing guys around, bullying people on the scrimmage line. Is he the best defense tackle in this draft? Do you believe this guy is going to be better than Fletcher Cox when it's all done? Do you believe what is your ceiling for him? Because I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm so excited to see this guy play. Do you think that he is going to be the best pick that Howie Roseman's ever drafted?
Not ever, but I do have him getting over 100 career sacks with the Eagles. I believe this dude has a lot of potential. You heard what Darius Slay was talking about in the press,
He called him a small rhino.
I thought he called him a baby bull or something like that, but
baby rhino.
A baby rhino, yeah, that's what it was. But this dude has a lot of potential, man. There's something different about him as opposed to the other defensive ends and tackles that we had in the past. But this dude is very special.
Sorry, I'm just getting my charger.
This is what we wanted out of Derek Barnett, but we didn't get it. I don't know why we keep having faith in this guy, but Jalen Carter, he is everything that we want in a defensive tackle.
We're going to talk about Derek Barnett because he got another fight yesterday.
Yeah, I heard. Yeah, punk ass.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. Dude, can we just release Derek Barnett, dude? Can we just get him out of here, man? Like, seriously, why do we need to keep this clown in the facility, dude? He's done nothing since everyone was talking about the way he recovered the Super Bowl. He will always be a legend in my eyes. Well, he can be a legend in your eyes all he wants. He's not a legend in my eyes. Okay,
No,
anybody
he's
can
not.
recover a fumble when Brendan Graham strips the ball right out the hands of Tom Brady. Okay,
All he is,
anybody can do
all
that.
he is a Tennessee legend. That's about it. The Tennessee legend
yeah.
that broke the
Yeah,
Reggie White sack record. That's all he
he
is.
broke Reggie White's sack record. But too bad he couldn't do what Reggie White did in the NFL, and it was
not even close. That's just ridiculous. And speaking of joint practices, I want to talk about what Joey Shake said in his stream, not stream, but his video. He's talking about how Devin Allen never gets any chances on special teams or wide receiver. We just need to give this dude a chance and let him be one of the.
We need to get rid of Michael Clay, dude. Michael Clay is horrible. The guy is not a good coach at all. I don't know why we extended this guy. What is Michael Clay? What has he done?
Let's put that one running back. Fuck, I forgot his name. He's Buckeye. Let's put him back there at kick returner instead of Devin Allen.
Who, Covey?
No, not Covey. Trey.
Trey Sermon?
Trey Sermon. Let's put him back there.
Though. We did that. He did nothing.
Yeah, he did nothing. Just get out to the 20-yard line, and that's about it.
He couldn't get back to dude. He lost more yards than he actually gained.
And I've been saying it's all last year
out there.
I've been saying this all last year. Why do you not give this dude a chance? And going back on what you said, this is a low risk, high reward type of thing. Give him a chance. You're not really going to lose anything. You're not paying this guy a lot.
Maybe that's why they're trying to get Jonathan Taylor so they can put him in special teams.
Oh my God, that's going to be even more of a disaster. Because what if he gets hurt on special teams? What if he runs out of gas and that play just happened and all of a sudden his first down?
Hey, you want me to make a new clown face profile? We'll put Michael Clay's face on a clown nose.
Absolutely, because this guy doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. He doesn't know what he's doing.
We'll just call it the Michael Clay hate channel.
And then something else Joey Shake said, he's only using this guy for screenplays. I'm like, use him deep, just like what he did versus the Browns. This is what Joey Shake's mentioned that I agree with. Like, use him on some go routes. Use him on some tricky. Use this man.
Clay, dude. Michael Clay has always been a bum, and this guy got extension for what reason? What did Michael? You know what I'm saying? Because you saw Nick on his sideline face where he threw his headphones on the ground because how bad his special team is. But you give this guy extension? Like, seriously, what? Like, I'm trying to figure out what did Michael Clay do to deserve a contract extension? The guy was horrible last year, and he was horrible in the biggest game of his life because he gave up a punt return to Kadarius Toney in the Super Bowl. And you bring this guy back for what reason? If I was the Eagles, I would have cleaned out the whole house. Jonathan Gannon would have been gone. Shane Steichen would have been gone. Michael Clay would have been gone. Whoever would have been gone. The only guy who stood on this team, the only guy who was on this team still is this guy who can't even make the special teams unit better. Our kickers, our punt returners trash. Returners trash. Our kick returners trash. We even had a punt returner since Josh Huff. Yeah, we even had a kick returner since Mighty Mouse Darren Sproles. Like, can we get a kick returner? Instead of going getting JT, how about we go get Kadero Patterson? How about we go get him?
He's simply limiting our special teams. We could give Jalen Hurts a short field easy if we just think correctly. Yeah, that's my question too. Is he the only person outside of Graham and Cox from the Chip Kelly era besides Michael Clay?
Michael Clay stinks. He pisses me off, dude. Just seeing his face irritates me. It's like, dude, why don't you give Devin Allen a chance? What's the worst can happen? He's horrible. Okay, then you get rid of him or you let him still on the bench. But you're not even giving this guy. Mike Covey is hurt, and you don't even give the guy a chance. I mean, they're trying to put him at receiver, and it's like he's not a receiver at all. He doesn't have the route running to be a receiver. You know, he has a speed. He's a track star, and you don't use him as special teams. You don't even know what this guy is. Why is he
I'll actually correct you on this one.
Where he's going to be used.
I'll actually correct you on this one. Because Joey Shakes, thank you. But he's actually beating some Colts players in the joint practices on some route running. He has route running abilities. We just don't use him at all. He can play wide receiver too.
What, a straight line? Is that a route running for you?
That's not all he can do. He's been catching screens, short
that guy
passes,
cannot
and
run
shit.
routes. Man. Would you stop?
He can
That
run
guy
routes.
cannot run routes.
He can run routes.
No, he can't.
Not much, but he can still run.
Yeah, Michael Clay's a scrub for sure. He needs to go, dude. I hope it's his last year in Philadelphia. If he does not do good, he needs to go.
I hope it's his last couple of days. Don't even give this dude next week.
I feel like he's going to cost us some games, man. Him and Derek Barnett are going to cost us some games.
Yes. We can make the job a lot easier for Jalen Hurts if we set ourselves up with short fields after a punt.
I'm telling you, maybe this is why they're getting Jonathan Taylor so they can put him as special teams.
Yes. Ugh, man.
But let's also talk about Sippos, man. That guy got to go, dude. He's horrible at kick. Dude, he's not a good punter. Can someone tell me why we not signed the punt god yet? What is going on with the punt guy? Why isn't he not signed yet? Like is he innocent? Like, what is going on? Like, why are we continuing to have Sippos out there? He stinks. He's horrible. It's like watching a guy who can't. It's like watching a Tyler try to kick a football. Okay, that's how bad he is. Okay, he has no ability to kick a punt.
He's so bad that he hit a camera. Let's not forget about that.
Yeah, he hit a camera in the Super Bowl. That guy, oh my
God. Not the Super Bowl, but the NFC Championship game.
Legatron, I call him Mythatron because he's a myth. His leg is a myth. That guy is terrible. We need a punter, man. And maybe Jonathan Taylor can kick. We never know. Hey, Kareem Hunt is out there. We might as well go bring a kicker in. No?
Yeah, we'll see.
Huh?
Oh my god! Shout out to everybody in the chat, though.
He did a whip route and threw a corner. Yeah, okay. I mean, we'll see what he does in the regular season. Because he did it in joint practice. Okay, but like I said, when he's in preseason, he did none of that. So I mean, if he does run routes, they're not throwing at him. But part of it is because we have Marcus Stinky Mariota, trash Mariota. That guy got to go, bro. I hope they trade him in the package to the Colts for Jonathan Taylor. That would be awesome. If we can find a way to fleece them and give him Marcus Mariota and Penny.
Yes. Yes. Speaking of Marcus Mariota, why do the Eagles have so much faith in him being the QB number 2?
Because they paid him.
And also, I really think it's because he is the prototypical the runner that also looks like Jalen Hurts in a sense. Just because he runs like Jalen Hurts doesn't mean he can pass like him too. There's a huge gap between Jalen Hurts and Marcus Mariota.
Marcus Mariota needs to throw, though. I mean, you can't just be a runner. You got to be able to throw the ball. You know what I'm saying? And, does he hear footsteps? Like he reminds me of so much. Remember Carson Wentz always heard footsteps when there's no footsteps there? I feel like that's what Marcus Mario is used to getting hit a lot, that maybe he hears footsteps, that he, because he used to getting pressure. Sometimes quarterbacks who get hit too much, they hear footsteps when they're not there.
And when you hear footsteps, sometimes you'll run into the sack. I'm like, what the hell?
And that's what he does. Because, there'll be so many times where there's no pressure in his face, and he will just run into a sack. It's like he gives me Carson Wentz vibes, man. I don't know. The dude is not what he was in Tennessee. Let's all just say this right now. He's not the same guy that he was in Tennessee.
Even in Tennessee, he was kind of average.
I mean, he went in overtime against us. That was the time Carson Wentz lost us that game, or that defense lost us that game.
Yeah, thank Gingivitis for that. Fuck him.
Well, our defense lost us that game too. Jalen Mills and Darby didn't help either.
Yeah, we gave up I want to say 2 or 3 fourth down conversions in that game.
We went in overtime. We lost to him.
That was pitiful because we were the first team ever to give up 2 or 3 fourth down conversions in that game. Bro, that's crazy.
Yeah, could you imagine that shit show right there? Mariota and Minshew battling for the starting job.
Oh my God. I'm like, this is a tough choice. It's like picking a college.
I think they named Anthony Richardson the starter though. So I don't think the Colts would trade for Mariota. Wouldn't that be funny if they did?
You never know.
He was
Teams
mediocre
think a
in
lot different
Tennessee.
from us.
Yeah. Imagine Chip Kelly actually pulled the trade off and we gave up Brandon Graham Cox for this clown. That'd be awesome.
Man.
2 fourth lungs. Yeah.
Yeah, that was crazy.
I don't like Marcus Mariota. I'd rather have Taylor McKee, Big Foles, and just go by our business, man. It was nice knowing you, Mariota, but it's time to get rid of you. You stink. You just need to go.
I gotta correct you on this. Tanner McKee.
It's Tanner McFoles.
There you go.
It's Tanner McFoles. Did you not know? It's Tanner McFoles.
According to our guy, Philly 500.
What's corny to me too, because when you watch him, he's pulls on the center, and he throws like Nick Foles in his rookie year. If you watch Nick Foles' rookie year, you know a lot of times he reminds me of Nick Foles. He's cool on the pressure, and he delivers the ball with accuracy. Marcus Mariota can deliver a football accuracy if the ball hit him in his face. That's how bad.
Yeah.
He's horrible. And I don't know why people defend. I got people on Instagram telling me, "Oh, you guys are so hard on him." You know, I'm just like, dude, what do you mean we're hard on him?
We're supposed to criticize the man. There's been a couple of times where there's like nobody coming in his face as far as defensive ends and tackles, and he would still overthrow the wide receivers. Like, this dude pisses me off. He got to go or drop down to QB3.
He had a running back in the flat, and he threw it to the receiver from the Falcons that we brought in. What's his name? OZ. Like, dude, like, what are you doing? Like, just get the ball out your hands.
Olamide Zacchaeus.
Yeah, whatever his name is. Hold on. I was saying, like, dude, like, you got people defending him. It's like, how can you defend this stinky quarterback? This guy stinks, dude. I don't know who's worse. CJ Beathard, McLeod Bethel Thompson, or CJ Beathard, or what's the other guy's name?
Sudfeld.
Sudfeld, or the other guy, Thorson. Like, I don't know who's worse. I think Mitchell might be better than him. And that's
as much as you dog on Minshew, he's better than all of those cats. I think Mariota is absolutely at the bottom of all of that. Every single quarterback on that list you mentioned.
Well, I mean, he has one positive thing.
He can run. That's about it. Every nigga can run.
Well, that's a positive, isn't it? We need to be able to run.
Yeah, that's about it. Every black man
can use him as a running back. Maybe we don't need JT. We just make him as a running back.
Come on, man. Every black man can run. Now, I want to see if you could throw.
That's not true. A white man can run, too. Look at Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah, and also look at Josh Allen, too. But still.
He shouldn't have to worry much about it. Make sure Jalen don't get injured. Bro, if we have to rely on Marcus Mariota,
play calling.
Listen, I hope when we have to rely on Marcus Mariota, it'll be the last game of the last game of the season when we're starting rest of the starters and we just let the backups play. That's the only time I want to see Marcus Mariota on that damn field. He should not be nowhere near that field unless Jalen Hurts is trying to rest for the playoffs.
It better be garbage time with like 2 minutes to go and we're up by like 40 points. That's the only time I want to see Marcus Mariota.
Because I don't think this guy can get you that number one seed. That guy was horrendous. Listen, we'll see what he does because I think they'll play him one more game. I think he starts tomorrow, and I think it's going to be him and Bookie. I can't wait to say Ian Book. Who's ready for some Ian Book tomorrow?
That's Ian. He's Ian Shook. And Marcus Scariota, he better perform tomorrow.
I think you're going to say Ian Dunster. But
Ian Shook. And I call Marcus Mariota Marcus Scariota.
You mean Scariota?
Yeah, that would be great. Yeah.
Scared to throw Yoda.
Mm-hmm.
Marcus scared to throw to Yoda. There you go.
Oh my God.
Marcus Sissy Yoda. There we go.
That's a good one.
That dude. Oh my God, man. Yeah, garbage time. Yeah, that's the only time I want to see Marcus Mariota is in garbage time. That guy pissed me. That guy pissed me off. I never get so irritated in preseason, but that guy something just triggered me with him. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he looks. I don't know if the way he looks or the way I don't know what it is. He pisses me off. It's like, dude, throw the ball away. Why are you holding on the ball? There's nothing there. Just throw the ball away. Like he holds on the ball like a dude is going, like he's holding the ball like he's holding on his purse because he's afraid someone's going to take it. Like, come on, man. Like, dude, just throw the ball away. You're holding on like a newborn baby. Can you just throw the ball away? Seriously, it's not a newborn baby. You don't need to hold it tight, okay? That guy he just pisses me off, man.
Man, hopefully this is the only time, in the preseason where we're actually complaining about something, and we're not complaining in the regular season or playoffs.
No, we don't. That is my answer. We don't need them. They're not even Commander fans. They're They're trolls, and we don't do nothing with them. Actually, me and Weird Hiding have a Watch the Commander fan we're going to be collabing with. I think Protect Sports is going to be on the channel. We don't got time for clowns, man. You know what I'm saying? If you want to join them, you can. You can collab with them. I don't do business with trolls, and that's what they are. I want to collab with real Commander fans, like my guys, Big Simple. I'll collab with him before I collab with Austin Sports, TikTok, and the other.
He's a little bit biased too, but not nearly as much as Awesome is. I'll give Big Simple credit.
Speaking of which, did you see the Commander fans cheering after a preseason game? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you saw Big Simple's happy day for him. You know what I'm saying? A happy day for Big Simple. He was so happy. He was telling everybody that they're going to the Super Bowl.
Oh my God! After that win versus the Ravens.
Did you see that stream?
I didn't see the stream. Oh, you got to send me the link to that.
Oh, I got you.
Oh my God, yo! If you could just show us the end. yeah, we beat the Ravens.
Check your Instagram. Check your Instagram. I just sent it to you. You can put it on your channel.
Oh my God, man, that would be a funny montage moment there.
Yeah. Well, he was happy. He was running around here like they were doing something. Dude, you beat the third strings. Congratulations.
We beat the undefeated Ravens in the preseason. Nobody beats the Ravens in the preseason.
that guy was crazy, man.
I don't see it yet. You probably sent it to Twitter.
No, I sent it to Instagram. Give it time.
Let it breathe.
The Commanders stink, dude. They're not even going to win the division. They all hype. They remind me of the Cleveland Browns.
They're not even going to win 8 games.
Hold on.
Damn, let me get my water real quick. EC1 is back. Let me get my water real quick. But yeah, I think Washington is a joke. Everything that's going on in joint practice, just absolutely amazing. AJ Brown still doing his thing. I ain't got to worry about him. Devontae Smith doing his thing. Jalen Hurts doing his thing. It's all about staying healthy for this very final game. And here's something that I kind of want to mention. There were 2 injuries that happened in that Browns game. It seems like they're doing fine. They're getting back to the swing of things. They aren't on the injury report this week. Still kind of lingering But according to Joey Shakes, they are back. So I wouldn't worry about them too much. Let's see. Hassan Reddick is dealing with a thumb surgery. He should be ready to go for week 1, but he's obviously not going to perform for the preseason game versus the Colts. But I really think this team is going to go far. I really think Sean Bradley is the only person that is injured in all of this. What was it, like an Achilles tear or ACL tear, whatever that injury was. But overall, we're pretty healthy. We're about 95% as far as health. You back?
Give me a second. Trying to load the clip. Got to do it for my phone.
Yeah.
Keep talking.
All right. So we were just talking about injuries on this team and how we're pretty well equipped. You know, we're at about 95% as far as going into week 1 versus the Patriots. Yeah, he's gone again. Well, you back?
Yeah. Here we go.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy Big Simple 422 coming with y'all with another video. You know what we just did. Street killers. You already know what it is. All right. So you got. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Scared fan. Something like it is.
What's
huh?
up? That's right.
Huh?
Long ride home. Wide ride.
That's right. Wait a minute.
No! Hey, he got a long, quiet ride up the beltway.
Huh?
We kill birds in D.C.
I got a long
We
quick
kill
ride to the
birds
Super Bowl.
in D.C. Eagles, Falcons, Ravens, I don't care. We stick wings out here, boy. We stick wings. Regular season, preseason, we don't care.
Super Bowl.
Streaks, we end that. Streaks, we end that.
Hey, we in streaks, man. We in streaks.
Y'all ended that. Y'all in that streak.
But y'all, man, it was a good day, y'all. Make sure y'all go ahead, like, comment, and subscribe. Y'all know where it is.
That's right.
You already know where it is.
That's right. Yes,
You know what I'm
sir.
saying?
Ravens flock. You're a real one. Subscribe to my
already know.
man. You're a real one.
That's right, y'all.
Yeah.
All day, baby.
That's the
So-
season.
I understand that Washington wants us to talk about every time they end some sort of big streak. What happened in 2020 when they beat the Steelers? You know, what happened after that? They missed the playoffs. What happened to the 2022 Deadskins when they beat the Eagles? They didn't make the playoffs. What's going to happen to them this year? They're not going to make the playoffs. So shut up, Washington. Fucking cockroaches. Damn, y'all make me sick.
Did it? They finally found their quarterback. Wow. It took you how many years to find your quarterback? You went through Carson Wentz to Alex Smith. Come on, man. Like, and let me be real with you. Like, I think Sam Howell a pretty good quarterback. But
I do too.
like, let's pump the brakes a little. It's just preseason. You know what I'm saying?
Now here's the thing I was saying in my video.
You out
and
here,
in a couple of live streams,
you out here with so many fans celebrating like it's a Super Bowl. They're actually out there in the streets celebrating like it's a Super Bowl, man. Come on, are we really serious right now?
Yeah, thank you for correcting me, Big D. And also, I think, you know, what I said in my my video earlier and what I've been saying on past live streams, Sam Howell is not ready this year. But I do think he is a good enough quarterback to be a top 10 quarterback later in his career. I just don't think this is the season now for him. He's not going to make that leap right now. He's going to have to go through the bumps and bruises first of being an NFL quarterback.
Yeah, man, I agree. Washington fans are just they're nothing, man. They're nothing. They finally got out the basement. Like, congratulations. Like, you want a cookie because you beat the foot stringers. I mean, just look how pathetic they are, man. Look how pathetic and sad they are. They out here in freaking Washington, D.C., and look at their fans, man. Just look how pathetic they are. They out here celebrating like they won a Super Bowl.
Yeah. It's crazy.
I'm sure Austin Sports was out there too.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He out there was throwing the team.
That's pathetic.
They're pathetic and they're sad, man. I mean, just imagine you celebrating over a preseason W. Congratulations, you beat the third stringers. Congratulations. Lamar Jackson wasn't playing. You didn't have the starters for the Ravens because you would have lost that game. You know damn well the Ravens had their starters, you would have never won that game. You know what I'm saying? They didn't even care enough to keep their starters in. That's how much they cared about preseason. Y'all cared about preseason, and we're caring about the regular season. Let's see what you do in the regular season. I'm telling you, this is giving me Cooper Rush vibes. I was saying that they're going to go undefeated, and until they walk into Philadelphia, and that's when our undefeated streak is going to go out the window. Watch.
Wait a minute. So you have them going undefeated. So
yeah,
the
until
first,
they play.
the first 3 weeks before they play us, they play Arizona.
That's a W. They're going to beat them.
I forgot who they play week 2. It's somebody easy. I think it's Carolina or whatever.
That's a W. They're going to beat them.
They play Minnesota. My bad.
They're going to beat them.
They play the Bills.
They'll find a way to beat them.
I don't think so.
It's going to be the Sam Howell vibes. Watch, I'm telling you, it's going to be the Sam Howell. He's going to take them to a Super Bowl. You remember when Cooper Rush beat everybody and they thought they were going to come to Philadelphia? That's what it's going to be. It's going to be that.
Yeah, but here's what the Sam Howell hype is kind of, putting towards my head here. So the Sam Howell hype is kind of reminding me of Gingivitis in his rookie season. Remember when we started 3-0 and then somebody had to kind of cool him off a little bit?
You comparing quarterback to you compared Carson Wentz's rookie year to Sam Howell, really?
Yes, I am.
I don't think he's ever going to be Carson Wentz. I think he's going to be another quarterback that gets hot until he comes to the. I think he won't even last being a quarterback for Washington. I think he's going to be another. You be the third string type guy because I don't think he's a starting quarterback. He's a what is a fourth rounder?
Fifth.
Come on, really? A fifth rounder? You think a fifth rounder is going to be a star? Come on, man.
It could happen. I see potential in this kid. I just don't think it's going to happen this year. He's going to be a contender for the NFC East for years to come.
Be in the basement.
I just don't see it this year. He's going to have to go through his growing pains. He's got wide receivers. Washington looks like they're going to be set for the future, but I just don't see it this year.
We're going to sweep the Commanders. I ain't worried about that.
We ain't worried about them this year, but I'm just saying in the future, we could be having our troubles with them.
Man. Let's see. I think all the Sam Howell hype is just overrated, if you ask me. But let's see.
I hope they try to go for the quick fix again, signing old veteran players just to try to get their quick Super Bowl ring.
It is what it is, man. But so when you look at this team, man, how do you feel about the safety? Do you like where the safeties are? Who do you think are your safeties week 1?
Oh man, our safeties and Sidney Brown and Avonte Maddox, they're doing absolutely tremendous right now. I don't have a problem with the safeties nearly as much as I was, say the Eagles were going into training camp. But right now, after what I've seen and the big hits that we've been doing in these joint practices, bro, we are hitting the jackpot. I'm so glad we picked up Sidney Brown.
Yeah, and I take ownership. I was wrong about him for 14 times.
But here's the one red flag here. We need Avonte Maddox to stay healthy.
We got to wrap him up in aluminum foil or whatever they call it.
Bubble wrap.
Yeah, bubble wrap. Yeah, bubble wrap him. Make sure you put a bow at the end of him to make sure he's right for Christmas. Because we're going to need him. And matter of fact, just keep him bubble wrapped at this point. Don't unwrap the bubble wrap. Just keep him wrapped up into the playoffs, okay? And then you can unwrap him, okay? I'm hoping he stays healthy, man. please no more foot injuries. Please no more back injuries, no toe injuries, no knee injuries, nothing like that. Can we have a full season? Because like I said, when he's on the field, he's our best slot corner on his team. Isn't he our slot corner? He's a slot corner, right?
Yeah, but he could still slide into the safety role.
Yeah, well, no, I don't trust him in safety. We already saw that. That was a disaster. No, but slot corner, I think that he's a very good slot corner. And when he's healthy, he's one of the best. You know, he means so much to this team. You know,
and I meant to say Blankenship too.
Go ahead.
And you're right, Big D. I meant to say Blankenship too.
Yeah, Blankenship. But I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm not too high up on like a lot of people think about. I'm not too high up on a lot of people on Blankenship like a lot of people are. I think Blankenship. I gotta see more of him. I'm not too high like a lot of people are. I feel like your guys got to be day one starters. Kayvon Wallace and Cindy Brown. I think you got to start Kayvon Wallace. It wouldn't surprise me if Kayvon Wallace is your starter because they did draft him. You know what I'm saying? They want him to succeed so bad. You know, Kayvon Wallace has been playing good too. You know?
Yeah.
So
unfortunately. Well, I mean, fortunately for the team, but still. It's what's best for the Eagles. Hopefully he does.
So you think these linebackers, when you look at this linebacker core, would you trade for a linebacker, or do you think Zach Cunningham and Dean are good pieces? Already, your linebackers are set. Do you think your linebackers are set, or do you think we should go out and get a linebacker? Miles Jack, by the way, what are your thoughts about Miles Jack retiring? Let me first ask that.
I believe he's doing what is best for him in his life. That's all it is, you know. Good luck to him. You know, I'm just glad he didn't waste much of his time with the Eagles and try to duke it out when he knew he couldn't. He knew what he was doing. You know, good luck to him in his life. But as far as linebackers go, I would try to trade for another one. You know, a Patrick Queen, somebody like that. I don't really think we're set like that. We're almost there though.
I heard Zach Cunningham is looking to be the linebacker week one. And he said they're saying he's turning heads, he's making plays.
We still need another linebacker out of that, even if he makes this team. And he probably will. But who's going to be there after Nakobe Dean and Cunningham? Who's going to be the answer?
Ellis. That's a funny reaction.
Ugh. Ew.
I mean, he played pretty good in preseason. You got to give him that.
We'll see, man. Hopefully he does good in the regular season.
All right, so you cool with the linebackers, huh? Or do you think we should trade for one? You said we should trade for one, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm 50-50. It's just like I need to see some more out of these linebackers. I want to see, you know, some more linebackers come in and try out for this team. I'm still skeptical about this team as far as the linebackers go.
We got 4 people in the chat. Hit that like button. Subscribe to my guy where he hiding. End of the Eagles hiding with the Champ podcast. He's the half of it, and he's the brains of it too. Definitely go subscribe to him. And if you like all Philly sports, Phillies basketball, Sixers, baseball, like I said, Phillies or even Eagles, definitely go subscribe because his rants are funny. You don't want to miss it. Blankenship and Brown might be I think they're going to be day one stars. But like I said, man, I feel like I got to see more of that Blankenship. I'm not too comfortable just saying, all right, he's our guy, you know. Because last year he missed some plays here and there. But, again, I'm not too high like a lot of people are. You know, maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just an idiot. Maybe I'm just a goofball. Maybe I'm a 4-eye nerd with glasses. I don't know what it is. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what it is. You know, maybe I don't know football. I don't know. Maybe I should study football. But anyway.
I'll go ahead and say it. Reed Blankenship, you are the guy. You scratched the surface. You got your time last year, especially when you had to fill in for, what is his name, Avonte Maddox last year? Oh, wait, no, CJ Gardner last year. You got your feet wet. You scratched the surface. I think this guy is more than capable than coming in there and being the starting safety. And also, subscribe to this guy, EC1, my other half of the Hiding with the Champs podcast. Show him some love. Hit that like button and subscribe to him as well. So he does some funny rants too.
Yeah. gonna be funny when Derek Barnett is on sides and my Rams gonna be hilarious.
Get him out of the fucking game.
Derek Barnett, man. No. I don't think he's gonna have a horrible season. I think Derek Barnett's gonna be all right. I don't want him on this team, man. Like I'm tired of him. Like he does nothing. He's horrible. Like it makes me want to drink, man. By the way, this is a wine punch. So
I have my beer with me. I need some more beer.
yeah, you're gonna need it more when Derek Barnett's on the defense, a lot rotational.
I swear to God, like I just drank some voodoo earlier. That's how much the season's gonna mean to me. That's how much stress this season's gonna put.
Don't think that's enough. We don't need that in the playoffs.
This season's gonna be stressful enough, man.
So what is your expectations for these the receivers, Devontae Smith and AJ Brown? Who do you think is going to have a better year? Who do you think is going to let me ask you a question. Who do you think is going to have a better year out of those two? Who do you think is going to have more catches, or who do you think is going to have more yards? You got to decide.
I think the yards are going to go to Devontae Smith. However, I think the touchdowns are going to be more to AJ Brown, because I feel like we're going to utilize AJ Brown more in the red zone than Devontae Smith. Although I think they're both going to ball out and they're both going to get over 1,000 yards for this season. Mm-hmm. I really feel like the yards is going to go to Devontae Smith, but the touchdowns are going to go to AJ Brown.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that the offensive corner, what's his name? Brian Johnson's opened up the playbook more. He's doing a lot more with these receivers. Yeah, Devontae Smith is, dude.
Beast.
He's probably the best receiver draft pick we ever had, because this guy's just an absolute stud. I mean, the fact that we still are able to jump in front of the Giants and get him is just amazing. You know, you have him and AJ Brown, and these guys are young, and they're going to be core pieces for a long time, along with Jalen Hurts. You know what I'm saying? So I'm excited. I think Devontae Smith's going to have more yards than AJ Brown, but I think Devontae Smith's going to have more yards, and I think AJ Brown's going to have more catches.
You know, speaking of wide receivers, we didn't get a chance to talk about Quez Watkins. What do you think is going to happen to him?
I hope he can turn it around. You know, he's right now he's battling injuries. That's not what you want to see. I didn't see him all in preseason. I'm hoping we see him in the fourth game. You know, I don't want to go into day one saying, well, what is Quez Watkins? You know,
Coach Dante.
Coach Dante in the house. What's up, Coach Dante? No, but I'm hoping Quez Watkins turn around, because, like I said, he has all the speed in the world that you want. You know, and if he can turn it around and he can catch the football and he can create route running ability to separate from the cornerback, then he's fine. The problem is he waits for the football to go to him. He doesn't go to the football. That's my issue with him. He doesn't create separation for the quarterback and receiver. It's always the quarterback has to find a way to give him the ball. And when the quarterback gets him the ball, he either drops it or he doesn't create separation. So, again, I don't know. I hope he can turn it around. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, waiting for the football is definitely not the proper way of playing wide receiver. You're like, I don't see him coming back for the football. I don't see him doing any of that, you know, stretching his arms out. A Super Bowl play for the football.
Yeah, the alligator hands like Nelson Aguilar.
Well, at least Aguilar had his hands on the football. This guy didn't reach out for it in the Super Bowl. You know, he didn't, die for the football.
Clearly in his face, you're going to see Quez Watkins. He's just running a big post. Juan Thornhill, the safety.
Oh, wow. I totally forgot he had his hands on the football. I thought he was a little short arm like, Fred X.
Yeah.
Freddie Mitchell, if you all remember that.
He could have a better year, man. If he does this stuff, dude. Like, I don't know. I mean, I thought Zacchaeus played better than Watkins. He showed a lot more in preseason. I mean, the dude is fast. You know, and he's big. You know, yeah, man. Quez Watkins, he has everything you want. It's just he doesn't track the ball. You know, and that's the issue.
My bad. Todd Pinkston, not Fred X.
They both. So who cares?
Yeah. Anyways.
They both were garbage. They both were horrible for McNabb, and they both can, screw themselves.
Yeah. Go fuck yourselves.
We're trying to be kid friendly over here. No, I'm saying. YouTube don't demonetize us.
So how do you feel about our corners? How do you feel about Slay and Bradbury returning for this season? Are they going to be any concern?
Yeah, I feel good. I feel good about Bradbury and Slay. You brought those two back. You know, they're veterans. They're the guys who've been here for a long time. And I feel like Sean Asai's going to use them. I feel like Sean Asai, it's going to depend on Sean Asai. You know, I feel like Sean Asai's going to put these guys in the right position to win. I feel like Sean Asai's going to line these guys up on the receivers. Not 15 yards off the ball like Jonathan Gannon did last year. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he's going to get these guys and make them, okay, go get your man. Go get your man and let him guard. Let me let you guard that number one receiver. I feel like he's going to do that. You know what I'm saying? And that can explain why a lot of times these receivers, A.J. Brown was getting sick and tired of seeing Bradbury and Slay because now they're pressing up on these receivers. You know what I'm saying? And because he said, I'm getting sick and tired of seeing A.J. I don't know if you heard A.J. Brown's press conference, but he's saying he's getting sick and tired of seeing Slay and Bradbury. You want to see other people, maybe because they were pressing up on these receivers. He wasn't getting free leeway like the last time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I hope that we line these cornerbacks on these receivers and let them go and get their man. You know, whether it's Justin Jefferson, whether it's Jamar Chase, I don't care if it's Diggs. Let Darius Slay shadow the number one receiver. Let Bradbury shadow the other number two receiver. And let them press up on these guys. These are Pro Bowl corners. Let them do their thing, and let's go win some championships. That's how it is.
I'm hoping to see something. You know, I am a big fan of the defense in the Jim Johnson era where they would just absolutely just try to go after the quarterback and let these cornerbacks and safeties just work. Not necessarily put them on an island by themselves, but let these corners actually work for everything that they got. And that worked for the defense back in the day. I'm hoping we see something like that in Desai's system where the defensive ends and tackles can sort of take some pressure off of these corners and safeties because they're going to need it. They're going to need that energy at the end of the game. I want to see a lot of 3-and-outs. I want to see, the defense really start to catch their breath a lot and be absolutely ready for every play. This is what I want to see from this Eagles defense this year.
Yeah, I mean, and also I think Sean Asai is going to bring in, like I said this on Philly playbook, Eagles playbook, and I said this on Philly halftime podcast when he had me on. I said Sean Asai is going to be outside Jonathan Gannon. Yeah, I think Sean Asai is going to bring a different philosophy, a different defensive defense that we haven't seen, that aggressive style that we've all been craving for. He's not going to be totally aggressive, but he's going to bring that aggressive style that we haven't seen. He's going to get these guys in right positions. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's Jalen Carter rushing the quarterback, whether it's going to be these safeties, maybe some way blitzing. You saw in some ways in the preseason last week how they were a little bit blitzing. So I can't imagine what he does in the regular season when he's going to have you're going to see the full defense out on display. And I think you're going to see a lot more blitz than a lot of people think they are. I think Sean Asai is going to have a full defense, and I think he's going to use a lot more blitz packages in that defensive scheme.
Yeah.
You could definitely see a cornerback blitz. I think you could see a linebacker blitz. Maybe they do two safeties. I mean, they could do a lot of things.
Yeah. I want to see a lot of spying on the QBs if it comes down to mobile quarterbacks. That's something else we need to address in the room right here. Like, how we've defended mobile quarterbacks in the past 3 seasons under Nick Sirianni has not been good. We tend to struggle against mobile quarterbacks. I want to see a spy on every single play.
Yeah, because you're playing
out
guys
of the
like
pocket, nothing.
Yeah, I mean to cut you off, but yeah, you're playing guys like Josh Allen and Tua. You definitely got to spy on because these guys are mobile and they can make plays. And he's going to have Tyreek Hill and you're going to have Diggs you have to worry about. So
don't forget about Patrick Mahomes too.
Yeah, Mahomes going to have Kelsey, yeah, it's going to be tough. But I feel like our defense and our offense can handle it. I feel like we are the better team than a lot of people think we are. Everybody talk about Buffalo, they talk about Miami, but we're one of those teams too. And I feel like our team is the only team that we can stop is ourselves. We can only shoot ourselves in the foot. We have a better front four than a lot of teams do. We have a better depth than a lot of teams do. We got a better quarterback than a lot of teams do. I can argue that Jalen Hurts is up with Mahomes and the best quarterback. He showed it in the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's going to talk about Joe Burrow and Josh Allen. By the way, where's this Justin Fields comparison coming from with Jalen Hurts, man? I'm sick and tired.
And look at all the love that Justin Herbert is getting.
I like Justin Fields, but to sit there and say he's better than Jalen Hurts, it's ridiculous. These analysts are crazy. They don't know what they're talking about, and it's just mind-boggling how they hate on him at one point. They say he has a noodle arm, and now they want to compare guys to him. Come on, man.
And look at all the love these Herbert sexuals are giving to Justin Herbert too. It's crazy how they got this guy as a top 5 quarterback, but they have Jalen Hurts somewhere in the 7 or the 8s of the top 10 list. Nah, this dude just literally almost put up twice as much passing yards as Patrick Mahomes did. And we were harping so hard on him about how he needs to improve in the passing game. Yeah. He worked out with Tom Brady in the offseason, and look what he did in the Super Bowl. Y'all still criticizing this dude?
Yeah, I mean, he was a second-year All-Pro. I mean, the dude was a second-year All-Pro. He was in the conversation for MVP, and yet we found a way to try to diminish what he's done. It's crazy because if you look at the film last year, the film don't lie. The guy got better, and how can you say he not got better? You know what I'm saying? The man, what did he throw for 23 touchdowns? I forget what he threw. He threw something like that, and he did something that no NFL quarterback has done. You know what I'm saying? We stood there saying, "Well, he can't throw the ball." I had a Miami Dolphin fan tell me on Twitter that, "Oh, Tua is better." Well, how's Tua better when this guy can't stay healthy? You know what I'm saying? Well, Jalen Hurts is a running back. Well, Jalen Hurts threw the ball in the Super Bowl. Where's your quarterback at? Like, seriously, like it's just crazy. It's crazy how much they want to disrespect them. You know what I'm saying? These analysts, these bonehead analysts. You know, you got this fat slob on air talking about Joe Burrow's a franchise. Trevor Lawrence is a franchise quarterback, but Jalen Hurts not. Really?
Crazy.
Trevor Lawrence was horrible in the playoffs. How's he a franchise quarterback, but Jalen Hurts not? Make that make sense for me. Oh, you were a Dallas Cowboy fan. That's why. Because you were hoping the Cowboys drafted Jalen Hurts. Because you know your quarterback ain't that. You know what I'm saying? We know Dak Prescott ain't going to win a division round or never going to win past an NFC Championship game. The guy's going to stick where he is right now, the bottom tier. So, again, man, it's just crazy. It's crazy how they want to hate on him. It's cool. I love to hate because you're only going to spark this guy to have better seasons. You put this guy, a battery in this guy's back. Each and every year you do that. He always thrives off that. So I love it. I love the hate. I hope he keeps on going. I hope they pick the Cowboys to win a division and they sleep on the Eagles all season. Because guess what? They love to hate on us because we're for real. I want to be the bad guy. You think we're this piece of shit fan base? I love it. You think we're always antagonizers? You know, Colts fans talk about we're antagonizing people. We're antagonists. We always
You're a bunch of sissies. Get over it.
No, I love it, man. I love being the bad guy. I want to be the bad guy. I want you to feel me every time you see me on the field. You know, I hope Sean Asai, you know, I want to see helmets fly, man. You know what I'm saying? I want to see them. I want to see these offensive line get pissed off, man. Get pissed off, big boy. I want to see that.
You know what? It's funny that you mentioned the Colts. Real quick, I want to get back to that joint practice You see how pissed off the Colts were that they were getting their ass beat by the Eagles all joint practice?
Yeah,
And
I mean, Kenny Gainwell was saying that we basically whooped their asses. That's why they're mad.
Yeah. Like we whooped their ass and they didn't know how to take it. They just had to fight somebody.
Look at the Browns. The Browns beat reporters trying to say we start stuff. Like every time they play against us, it's always us, our fault. I feel like we always get blamed for things we didn't do. You know what I'm saying? It's never their fault. It's always our fault. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to play the victim game, but listen, I think sometimes we are the victim. I feel like they used us because they know that they're going to get reaction because we're known as ruthless fans. We're known as a ruthless team. We don't. You're not going to come in our home and take cheap shots at us and expect us to sit there and put our hands between our behind.
And then they're going to call us sissies for that if we do it. However, if there's a banana peel on the ground, they're just going to automatically blame us because everything is Philadelphia's fault. Philadelphia is ruthless just because of, well, they talk a lot of shit. We're just passionate fans. That's just what it is.
Jason Kelsey said they hate us because
oh shit.
Jason Kelsey said this in a speech.
There's a fly in here.
They always hate us because we're Philadelphia fans. I mean, I forget what he said. What did he say? I forget the speech. I have it on my shirt. Forgot what he said. But it is what it is, bro. I don't care, honestly. You're here to get better with us. If you're not, go home. As simple as that. Go home. We'll find someone else to have a joint practice with us. You know what I'm saying? If you can't handle the competition, then we just showed that we're a better team than you. We can get into your heads. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they're not on their level. I don't know. I'm saying we got 4 people in the chat. Hit that like button, subscribe. Subscribe to my man, Where You Hiding. Subscribe to the other half of the Hiding with the Champ podcast. The brains, the guy that brings passion each and every day. If you like all sports fans, whether it's the Sixers, sports teams, whether the Sixers, the Phillies, the Eagles, the Flyers. I don't know if he's a Flyer fan, but if he is, definitely go subscribe to him. His rants are phenomenal. He does a lot of good videos, a lot of rants, a lot of streams. Yeah, definitely.
And make sure you subscribe to my other half as well. Orioles fan, Eagles fan. I don't know if he watches other sports, but his rants are awesome. This is definitely the guy who is probably more passionate than me because he talks about Eagles to me in the DMs at 5 a.m, 3 a.m. He never stops. He loves this Eagles team like I do. And I love it every time he texts me at 5 a.m.
So, I mean, we discussed the joint practices. What are your expectations for tomorrow's game?
My expectations for tomorrow's game is, similar to what Joey Shakes has said. Most of these players that are going to be playing tomorrow's game is probably not going to make the team. So this is probably, a game for where we can possibly, make a case to trade some of these dudes and, get some value off of some of these players that are playing tomorrow. So, today, now that it's Thursday, it's midnight struck.
Not to cut you off, but we did release Greedy Williams. What are your thoughts about that before you keep going? I had expectations for him. I did.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, I remember when you had joined. We had did a live stream. I want to say back in April or May. I was like, yeah, this guy has a lot of potential. And then we didn't see anything in the preseason or joint practices. Greedy Williams, man, thank you for trying out, but I guess you ain't it.
He wasn't greedy enough.
He wasn't greedy.
And he could have won the starting job for these corners because, and that just shows me that they really like Eli Ricks. They like these young corners they brought in. You know what I'm saying? It's unfortunate. He was missing tackles in preseason. He wasn't hitting well. But let me get back to what you were saying before. How do you feel about this game tomorrow? And what are your expectations? Who do you want to see at quarterback? Other than Jalen Hurts, you might see Key a little bit.
Yeah, I don't want to see Jalen Hurts till week 1. Sorry. I do want to see. God, let's save Mariota for the second half when I don't care. I want to see McKee try out for QB number 2. I don't want to see Jalen Carter. I don't want to see a lot of these starters until week 1. I want to see basically people who aren't going to make the team. I want to see, well, outside of people who aren't going to make the team, I want to see McKee and Mariota, go at it for QB number 2. That's the real battle in this one. Outside of that, everything else is pretty much solidified. We're just trying to figure out where they're going to go on a depth chart.
On defense, who do you want to see?
On defense, damn, who was that cornerback who was climbing the charts?
Eli Ricks.
Name. He had a pick 6 in the Ravens.
Ricks?
Yeah.
Eli Ricks.
Eli Ricks.
He's a beast, man. That dude from Alabama, LSU. That guy should have been drafted. I don't know how he's not drafted.
I want to see him try out for CB3.
I wouldn't mind him at safety, honestly.
Yeah.
I think he'd be good at safety.
I want to see him make this team. I'm rooting hard for this guy. I've been watching him a lot, and I'm really impressed with what I've seen. Not extremely physical, but he has a lot of makeup speed and he has a lot of length. I've seen his film to where if he gets beat off of the ball, he can recover with his length, like initially, and bat that ball down. So very good cornerback, very good guy out of Alabama.
Yeah, Keelan Ringo struggled with that, man. Did you see how the guy just looked at him and just didn't bother knocking the ball away? You got to be able to do that, dude. Dude, you had the ball right in your hands and you just don't knock the ball. You hold on to the guy as the guy catches the ball.
That's bad technique. Who teaches that type of technique?
It's showing the side. I know that one. I was like, so he got to be better. But again, he's a rookie. I don't expect that much. I think you're going to see him on the practice squad and he'll be back. I think Keelan Ringo is going to be on the practice squad. I think they release him, let him go on waivers, and they'll bring him back. I think Eli Ricks. I think Ricks makes it. Goodwich, Mark, the guy that we got from Clemson that we signed last year, the undrafted rookie that we signed a big deal to, was it Goodwich? I think that he gets. He makes the team. I think Mickey Gardner makes the team. I think we keep like 5 different corners this year. I don't know.
I can see that.
I think we keep these young corners. I do. I think Keelan Ringo, we bring him back off the waivers. Some of them claim it, but yeah. I mean, okay. Let me ask you this one: Do you think Sippos is going to be better? Because listen, Dave Sparrow said this, that this is his last chance to do something. That the Eagles are looking at special teams. They're looking at the punter.
That optimistic guy, Dave Spadaro, said that?
Yeah.
He's that harsh on the punter.
No. The Eagles are harsh on the punter. They basically told Sippos to get his shit together. He's gone.
Here's what I'm trying to ask you. Dave Spadaro, the optimistic cat that is always speaking positive on the Eagles, actually said that about this punter.
No. That's what he said the Eagles are saying.
Oh, okay. All right. Then I think that he hears the outside noise from the fans, and, I think he's going to do better. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, maybe he should kick a punt for once.
We'll see what happens. How about a guy that you probably didn't expect me to talk about? What about Jake Elliott? What kind of year do you think he's going to have?
Oh, he's going to have the same year as he has every year. A phenomenal year. Jake Elliott. I mean, the guy who made a 63-yard field goal against the Giants. You know what I'm saying?
61, but close enough.
61, yeah. He made a 63 before, did he?
Yeah.
So why are you busting my balls? You already know he's making more than just a 61-year-old field goal. Come on.
Mm-hmm. I think he made a 56-yarder versus the Browns, if I'm not mistaken.
But didn't he make a 6'3" before?
No. The longest one
was
in his
that Justin
career
Tucker?
61. That 61-yarder is still his career high.
Okay, so I'm thinking Justin Tucker then. Damn.
Yeah, he made a 66-yarder.
All right, so 61. My fault. I thought you made it 63.
Okay. Since we're still on the topic of special teams, how do you feel like our special teams coverage is going to do?
Do we get rid of Michael Clay?
Yes. If I had my way, I would get rid of Michael Clay for not giving Devin Allen a shot.
I mean, those special coverages, man. I don't know, man. I mean, you did lose McPherson. He's out for the season with an Achilles injury. You did lose Sean Bradley. I think special teams going to be a weakness, dude. I feel like that's going to be a weakness. You know, it was a weakness last year. It was like, I don't know. I hope it's better because we're going to need it.
Bowl. It was a weakness in the Super Bowl when we gave up that punt return to
I mean, it was also
Darius Toney.
It was also weakness versus so many other different teams, though. You know, like, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I hope it's better, man. It's going to come down to Michael Clay again. Michael Clay, I just want that guy gone, man. The guy stinks as a head coach, dude. He's not good. He's just not a good coach, dude. And I don't know why he's still on this team. I don't know why we promoted him. I don't know why I extended him. I wouldn't give him a dime.
Yo, so we need Stewie Griffin to just throw apples at him. That's just what we need. I'm sick of this guy.
Or Peter Griffin to kick his ass.
Yeah. Yeah, just treat him like the
Roundhouse.
Who always fights. Treat him
Roundhouse.
Like he always fights.
And I heard you're not a real special teams coordinator. Like, dude, like, oh man. I hope he's better. I hope he's better, man. If we can get Michael Clay to be a better coach, I feel like a Swiss team is not bad. I just feel like Michael Clay's just terrible, man. Like, I feel like he's just that bad, dude. Like, I feel like he's that one of those coaches that he's stale. He's like a stale hamburger that you're still trying to find a way to eat, and you can't eat it. You know what I'm saying? So you're trying to save it for another time rather than throw that thing in the garbage. You're trying to keep stale food, bad food in the fridge. He's like that spoiled milk, outdated, doesn't have any use anymore. Just throw it away.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Speaking of outdated, he seems like an avocado to me. Doesn't last very long. But anyways, I really think like this.
He's like that sour grape, man. The sour grape that you just don't. It's like he's like that sour lemon that you just bite into and your face go. You know
like I really feel like this dude is kind of limiting the special teams. Like he doesn't.
He's horrible. Dude, how many more chances are we gonna give this guy? Like I miss Dave Flip, bro. I really do. I miss Dave Flip so much, man.
He'll use the most out of any player, anytime. And every player.
Michael Clay's been here since Chip Kelly. What has he done? We haven't had a punt returner since Josh Huff. Like, come on, really? Like, can you explain to me again why don't we give Devin Allen? What did Devin Allen do to Michael Clay? What did he do? Did he mess with his girlfriend? Did he do something to his girlfriend? Because why is he not giving him a chance? They gotta be something.
Blackmail.
Yeah, maybe he has some pictures of Michael Clay running down nude with his his porcupine hanging out in front of kids. I don't know. Maybe Michael Clay was drunk and he took a picture of him. You know, I don't know. But
maybe he fucked Devin Allen's girl and now he's using that videotape to try to expose him to the Eagles that he fucked Devin Allen's girl.
I don't know what it is, bro, but he better figure it out because I'm about to go. I'm about to go mess with his girl too if you don't fucking figure this shit out. You know what I'm saying? Me too. I hate this guy, man. I can't stand looking at him. He bugs me every time he's with those freaking headphones. I want to just take those headphones and go around his neck and just strangle the crap out of him with those cords.
Well, you could just go to a store, borrow a cane, and drag his neck that way.
Come here, Sonny.
you remember how they, just drag those dudes off the stage with a cane?
Or just become like one of those parents who just pull the ear and just outlaw.
Yeah. You're going to timeout, mister.
Just start, or just take a belt and just beat them with it. Put them over your lap and just.
Yeah, just like how we do to the Giants every year.
Dude, he needs one in the belt. Someone just needs to like. They need to spoil his coffee. Like they didn't need to just put some laxative or some sleeping medicine into him. So every time they play a game, he's just not able to perform because he's falling asleep at the hotel. That's what they need.
You need NyQuil for that. But anyways,
they make Dayquil. Don't they make Dayquil?
Yeah, they make Dayquil too. But I'm saying if you give him NyQuil in the daytime, he'll fall asleep during the day. Same thing as Dayquil during the night. It just doesn't make any sense.
That guy he needs to be added to there during game times because I feel like he's going to be a thorn up our behind. I feel like he's going to cost us so many games that we should be winning.
He just needs to relax and do the right thing.
He just needs to go. I don't need him to relax. He needs to go.
Well, that too.
He needs to go on a far, far away bus to take him somewhere where it's not near Philadelphia.
Go take a vacation to Cuba, something.
Go take a vacation somewhere where the Grand Canyons are. How about that?
A permanent vacation. How about that?
Where the Grand Canyons are.
Yeah. And go inside of the volcano, please.
I was thinking about just being an Arizona Cardinals staff member with Jonathan Gannon.
Yeah, maybe you and Jonathan Gannon can fight with each other to see who goes in the volcano first, and whoever throws the other person in the volcano wins.
I was thinking more just him being a staff member, so he can put up with so him and Jonathan Gannon can be just coaches. You're gonna have the linebacker coach that Jonathan Gannon brought, and you can have the new special teams coordinator. That sounds like a plan.
Yes, man. I'm so sick of Michael Clay. He just needs to go.
Michael Clay. Oh man.
Who would be a good replacement special teams coach?
I probably could.
Or maybe we can drag what is his name? Jim Harbaugh out of Michigan. And then have him be our special teams coach.
I wouldn't mind that.
Because he seems to bring hype and energy to the football field and bring that energy in the locker room too.
I don't know if there's any hype in his special teams. I feel like he's that Jonathan Gannon on special teams. Michael Clay's like that Jonathan Gannon.
Yeah, something suspicious about him. But he can end it if he really, coaches these guys well and put the right personnel in there. Get Devin Allen out there.
Wouldn't we all like that?
Yes.
All right, man. Before we end this show, any final thoughts? By the way, we got 4 people in the chat. Hit that like button, subscribe to my other half of the podcast. We hiding, and yeah, I appreciate for everyone coming on. Definitely. I know it's a late live stream. We're going to try to do it sometimes earlier, but again, we hiding has a job, and fortunately, we got it. Sometimes it's the late stream, so we figured to do a high-end with Chum podcast because there was nothing really going on. Figured, hey, let's get it over with. Yeah. Any final thoughts of what you expect and your expectations, or just in general?
So my final thoughts is going to be short and sweet. Just stay healthy. Let's get ready for week 1 versus the Patriots.
Mm-hmm.
And just, whoever makes the team, hopefully they're the best fit for this team, and we make our first step towards getting back to that Super Bowl.
Okay. I mean, my final thoughts are the same, too. Stay healthy. Let's get ready for week 1, and let's go kick some ass. Let's go get the W. Let's go show that we're that real team. Let's go back to what we've been trying to go back to, and that's a Lombardi Trophy. I want to win that Super Bowl, but it has to start with this team. You got to be able to stay healthy, and it's going to start with number 1. Obviously, it's going to start with the head coach, Nick Sirianni. It's going to start with the staff, and I can't wait for it. It's gonna be fun this year, man. I can't wait, bro. I'm super hyped. I'm super pumped. Hell yeah, man.
Yes.
I'm excited, man. But anyway, I appreciate it for coming on. If you new, hit that like button, subscribe. Thank you for everyone coming on, and we out. We out.
We out.